Natlan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out!
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time! Although, can't say the same for the Cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see what.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Cuckoosaur.
These phlogiston wings are up.
What the? What's going? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all in the...
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called Phlogiston. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly?
You'd better believe it! Plus, you just passed a flying trial!
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a...
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Cuckoosaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Cuckoosaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
You see? Even the Traveler agrees.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this.
We don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing taking a longer-term perspective. I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new...
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be... And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunity...
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Cuckoosaurs are attacking the merchants
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chuck? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get out of here! Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's...
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska, are you...
I'm fine. Sorry for making you... No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once, at least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukasaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my... We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with... Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you...
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run up.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with so...
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement.
So, how did you answer?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace, but I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. If things carry on like that, for now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe.
So, I hear...
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are...
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't...
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings,
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to...
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there.
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source...
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are...
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe...
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon. Chaska, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. Unlikely, given how she reacted when... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third party.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya... Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, after we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores, look...
Stop! You're gonna get Paimon a heart!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway... Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is...
Hi!
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although, even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think... I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her. Then could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's... She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
This is a really remote location. Cause she was trying.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should... Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced...
Any idea what?
Sounds like things are more There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been... No! It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her. They came over the sea, under the cover of...
What the heck? Who would do such a...
I searched day and night, and finally found them.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm! Got her in one! Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away?
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per cat. Chaska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
Spirit Blade! Attack! A touch of frost!
I swear by my sword!
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
It's still going.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. Oh.
That was too close.
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No!
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who's...
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can and... he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so...
T'Pol? Huh.
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with...
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look...
To make it harder to trace their origins. Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head?
No need. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. This is just a best guess, of course, but we...
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the Phlogiston Wings. The slightest imperfection, but the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you...
That's enough. So the
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always...
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol. T'Pol.
Chaska, Traveler!
That voice! It's Appa!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the...
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an... I don't believe...
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down.
Huh? So he's a member of your...
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I definitely know...
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside. You were away on a mission at the time, which is... He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies.
The Children of Echoes?
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented...
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs, bringing these men to the tribe now, won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, after all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs and slip some Mora to anyone opposed to them, but...
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable... Bravo! My thoughts exactly. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too. They won't get...
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is gonna be the key to... Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to... Mom, sis, rest up and get well...
So Appa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place. Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't...
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've...
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name...
T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. What? Phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. What?
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like...
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather.
So right after he went wingless, then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much, which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't.